This week in Jamaica Now.
The airport shall be open for pure blood.
Night of Terror.
There are cult-like behaviors and cult-like a setup that we have seen here.
How a religious ritual ended in deaths at a Montego Bay organization. A policewoman, the religious leader, and others are now at the center of a major probe. Relief. 2 children abducted in St. Thomas in separate incidents are found. But the suspect remains on the run, and days later a man mistaken for the suspect is mobbed to death. Colombian wanted for the assassination of Haitian president captured in central Jamaica. And 11-year-old bags 4 CXC subjects with distinction. I'm Damian Mitchell, and this is Jamaica Now. It's the story that has been dominating local headlines. A bloody end to a bizarre night of a religious ritual on Norwood Avenue in Montego Bay, St. James. Kevin O. Smith, the leader of the Pathways International Kingdom Restoration Ministries, had summoned his flock for an all-white affair on Sunday, October 17.
For those who are coming, they are coming with flour, they are coming with oil, they are coming with wine, they are coming with fruits, they are coming with olive. Hear the word of the prophet. Come from the north, come from the south, come from the east, come from the west. The airport shall be open for pure blood. Thus saith the Lord.
We're aware that 144 congregants had been told to come here, to meet here.
Women, 31 of them, men, 11, and children, 14 in total, turned up.
A congregant here, a member of this church, who had been injured, apparently when she chose to disobey some instructions given to her by the leaders of this organization, reported to the police that she had been injured, and other information that led us to believe that the persons here were at risk. On responding to that report from the person who was injured and coming here, the first teams of police that arrived were shot at, and so they waited on reinforcements to come. We were very concerned that some form of ritualized killing was going to take place here, and so we did an entry.
Inside the building, at least 3 men were partially nude. The religious leader was among them. 3 other people lay dead and 3 wounded. A woman with her throat slashed was among the dead. Another congregant was stabbed and shot. In the meantime, the 14 children who were taken to the Sunday service are now in state care. The religious leader, Kevin Smith, a policewoman, and a few others have been detained.
It is alleged that she participated in the shooting as well.
Well, we are also, we don't know that for certain, but there was a police woman here, and we are processing that as well.
Several congregants who were arrested for breaching the Sunday curfew orders have since been charged and released from police custody. A voice note of one of the women has gone viral as she sought to defend her religious leader.
All I know is I see mystery and I see God in action, what I witness. How can you sit down one place and one soldier and police, military, 100 gunshot go at you one time and not one shot touch the man of God? That is mystery. That's all I have to say. What happened is it is not spiritual. It is a demonic attack from some maroon people when car come the Saturday night. Me can't explain to you, but me talk to you. Listen to what they hear, but and everything you have to swallow and accept. But me alright still, me good. We get paper for go a court for breach a curfew act. We were taken to jail. We treated like a king and queen down there. Some of the guys them that was inside, and so His Excellency is still there. But just pray for him, so they may do Jesus and he may come out victorious. So we have to suffer with him and reign with him. Now so I go.
And a policeman attached to the National Intelligence Bureau NIB Area 1 Division has been reassigned owing to his membership in the Pathways International Kingdom Restoration Ministries. The police inspector, his wife, a teacher, and their children were baptized by Kevin Smith, who has been accused of occult practices at his Paradise Montego Bay church. The cop's wife was a senior member of the congregation, and so was his eldest son. It is not clear how involved the lawman was in the church's operations. On one occasion, he and his wife were seated in the church next to Smith. There was relief in Jamaica this week as two St. Thomas girls abducted days apart were rescued. 9-year-old Felicia Prussia was rescued on Saturday, 2 days after she was taken from her home in Bath, St. Thomas.
Glad that they found her. She's alive and well, and I am so happy. Prayer act.
Yes, right? I am happy to find her and find her alive because I trust the Almighty God.
Hours later, 13-year-old Winshay Barrett was snatched as she fed pigs with her sister also in Bath, St. Thomas. The search for her ended on Monday when she was found in bushes.
I mean, look, boy, you want a big stone there in my way, so you have to go up on the other side, me have to go up on the other side. So when I go up on the other side and hold up my head, I see the girl and look, and she start bawl out, help, help. So I run towards her and she hug me up. And when she hug me up, the next youth come, and then her uncle come and she see her uncle, she start bawl.
What was that moment like for you when you realized you find her and she run come hug you up? Talk to me about the emotions.
Boy, me I tell her, he excited bad because we're glad to get the girl, but we didn't want the youth.
In the meantime, the suspect, Davian Bryan, remains on the run. As people hunted for him on Wednesday, a man mistaken for the main suspect was cornered, attacked, and stabbed. He later died. The former Colombian military officer implicated in the assassination of former president of Haiti, Jovenel Moïse, is to be extradited to Port-au-Prince. 43-year-old Mario Antonio Palacios was arrested in Jamaica last week. Colombian authorities say there is no investigation against him in the South American country. In August, Mario Palacios gave an interview to a Colombian media, Semana, detailing how he fled. He denied killing the president, saying when he entered the room on the night of the assassination, the president was already dead. Palacios also said he did not intend to give up himself because there was no justice in Haiti. Public health specialist Dr. Alverston Bailey has urged the Ministry of Health and Wellness to offer AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccine doses to the more than 100,000 people awaiting their second Pfizer shot. Bailey's advice comes as worrying levels of vaccine hesitancy continue to affect Jamaica's take-up rate, with approximately 190,000 doses of AstraZeneca due to expire in a week. But as the October 31 deadline looms, the U.S. FDA on Wednesday approved the mixing and matching of COVID-19 vaccines. The family of 11-year-old Jada Wright is elated following her passing of 4 Caribbean Secondary Education Certificate C6 subjects with distinction. The latest 2 subjects were attained in the June sitting. Jada lives in Junction, St. Elizabeth and attends the Hampton School in Malvern. She nailed the Principles of Business and English A exams this year, following up on her remarkable achievement when she aced Social Studies and Integrated Science in 2020 while she was still attending preparatory school. The younger of 2 children for Donovan and Julian Wright, she has created quite an impact on her family. And that's it for this edition of Jamaica Now, your weekly review of the big news stories. Send us your comments at onlinefeedback@gleanerjm.com. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Jamaica Gleaner and on Facebook at Gleaner Jamaica. Like this video on our YouTube page, subscribe today and turn on your notifications. I'm Damian Mitchell, and before we go, more from a former member of the Pathways International Kingdom Restoration Ministries who left the organization after 4 years.
He didn't speak highly of women at all. Women, he'd always be derogatory with them, talk about them being whorish and everything. He spoke about women in a very demeaning way. To the latter part of the time I was at the church, I started getting uncomfortable because I'm saying, this doesn't sound like a joke anymore. Church is supposed to be uplifting people.
So in the early days, though, how did you react to that? Because you were there for 4 years.
I think it was almost like a gradual thing. So it was, when I was going there, it was more Christian-based. It's almost as if there's a sense of being gullible when you're there. Like every rumor you hear about him, every behavior he has, he always had a charismatic explanation for it. So you didn't even dwell on questioning certain things because he always seems to have a logical explanation of it. Oh, don't talk to people who spread rumors on him because he's a pastor and people are always going to be talking about pastors to bring down their reputation so people don't come into the kingdom. You know, don't give ear to gossip because that's a sin. You believe him when he says stuff because everything has a biblical explanation and he knows his Bible. He really does. He had a collection of boys living with him. And at one point, he had 8 boys living with him.
He would adopt boys, like persons who their parents probably can't take care of them, or somebody who he said he saw a bright future in and he wanted to, invest in them and groom them and bring them up in the doctrine of God and also help them financially.